Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and boy do I have a lot of great videos for you coming out in the next week or so. Some of them to do with my account updates, some of them to do with future events, the question and answers thing that we did with Bobby, and of course we're going to talk about the event today and how we might be able to abuse that to our advantage. Now the first things first here, you gotta give credit where credit is due, and most of these tips came from Red Sage via my Discord, and you might already have this information if you are in my Discord. The link for that is in the description below. Now this event's not quite as good as the fishing event, but it is pretty good. It's a little bit better than we may have expected at first, and the reason is because they sort of set it up to look like it's just a way to spend some more money, but there's more to it than that. So before I went to bed last night, I spent all of my cooking oil that we have in the top left here in our little carafe, because that's where I keep my cooking oil. I don't know about you. And what we do is when we have some cooking oil, which regenerates over time, we click on the view order section down here, and then we can make one of the orders. Maybe you prefer savory pumpkin pie, or maybe you prefer something like a sweet apple pie. What's really going to determine what you're spending here is how many oils you actually have. This one costs 25. I can afford that. I'm going to do the 25 first. I got 16 left. Well, now I'm going to scroll down and do one that's only worth 15. And if you still have some left after that, you can even drop it all the way down to 5 cooking oils, and you can really get the job done. Now, they do not do a good job of telling you that you can buy more cooking oil. I can barely see this plus sign here. It's very difficult to even notice, but if you click on it, you can spend 250 diamonds to get 50 of your cooking oils. Now you might be wondering, is that even worth it? Let's do a little test. So when I buy this cooking oil, I am going to get a total of 50. I have made the purchase. That means I can cook up a couple of pumpkin pies, which I will do now. And that has given me 10 bags for the diamonds. I come into my own inventory and I can use these 10 bags that just cost me 250 diamonds to acquire. And then I spend them and I got 139 diamonds back this time. Now, I have gotten anywhere from around 100 diamonds to up to 250 diamonds by doing this. So what does that mean for us? That means that we know that it's going to be a little less efficient than what we're putting into it for diamonds. We're not going to get every diamond back that we spent to get there, unless, number one, we get a little bit lucky, number two, we're smart with what we got, and number three, we're getting these extra rewards at the top here, which you can see this one gives 10 extra bags. That one came in clutch for me and made me actually come out ahead on the diamonds that I had spent. But there's a reason that I don't have this completed yet. It would be easy for me to just buy a bunch of cooking oil and do the thing, but that is not going to be strictly the best strategy here. What we want to do is we want to regenerate our cooking oil over time to use as much of it as we possibly can. However, by the end of the harvest feast, we want to get to this 5,000. It's not going to cost you that many diamonds to be able to get there. And one of the reasons that this is worth doing is not just the stuff that we're getting here. Basically, when we complete orders, we're getting things that help us to complete this task. We're getting some of our diamonds back, and we're getting a little farther along on the turkey tokens. But we're also increasing our standing in the overall ranking of this. Now, some people go absolutely crazy on these things. Look, if you can make it to number 1, it's pretty good rewards. But if it cost you 50,000 diamonds to get up to this level, then maybe it wasn't worth it so much, and you might want to hold back. Regardless of that, I'm not even really started in this, and I'm already rank 32. So let's see what I'm going to get. I'm going to get 4 of these tokens for extra runes. I'm going to get 20 of these rune boxes, and this is the rune chest 4, so getting 20 of those is pretty decent. 4 summoning stones, and a bunch of other materials that of course we love to get. And that's even if I get surpassed one time. Even if I get dropped down, I'm going to get all of that stuff. So the investment that I'm putting in is going to be worth it up to the point that I'm completing the 5,000 points that it takes to complete the challenge. And the nice thing here is you're also going to get 10 extra stones at the end. And we also have 5 of these medium diamond shipments, which randomly grant 100 to 300 diamonds when opened. So obviously that's a potential roughly 1,000 diamonds that you could expect to get back. And hey, you might get lucky and get 15 hundo. You never know. They do also have this Queen's Eye border, which for my money, I think it looks really awesome. I think it's cool. Of course, it's nice to get different kinds of rewards like summoning stones and intimacy items, all the classics, right? But getting something nice and cosmetic, for me, I'm excited to get it. In fact, just for doing it for the grams, we're going to get it right now, and we're going to buy some more. Even though this isn't the best strategy, I really should wait and let it regenerate as much as possible. But I think you want to spend a little every day, and you don't want to try to force it all into the last day, and then you end up running out of orders that you can complete, because it does appear that there's a limited number per day. You can see when I complete these, they are done being completed. So you want to stay a little bit on top of it. You don't want it to get away from you, which is why I plan on spending probably 2 or 3 times a day, just for fun, just to see where we get. For now, it's going to be twice a day, and then I'll ramp it up if I'm not getting close to finishing by the end. So why not? We do another purchase here. We complete some more orders. A bing, bang, boom. And that has allowed me to complete the second section here. Now, it is worth noting that you can scroll this over and see that there are more rewards here to be had. Up to 15,000, you can really be getting some decent diamonds back from what you're putting into the game. This one appears to give 3 chests that do 500 to 1,000 diamonds that you could get back. And at 25k, you can get yourself the Made Aplenty outfit, which maybe is a thing that you would really like to have. Aside from that, it scrolls up really far, and all you're getting is the coupons that give you a little better bonus when you go to the stall. So why don't we check out the stall now and see what that's all about? Now in the stall, when you get here, it's going to have items already selected for you. And it's going to tell you that you can put in one of these tickets, which is going to increase the amount of items that are available when you purchase the pack. That's why it says times 2.5 right here, because I have one of those vouchers active. And if I want to, I can click this little Uno reverse symbol, and I can select the items that I actually want to purchase. For some people, you're going to be short on bouquets. You need some of those. Maybe energy orbs. For my money, I think that getting runes is a great plan, because runes are super powerful, very strong for your account, and I also think that summoning stones are very strong for your account. On the bottom level, we actually have a different set of selections. So for me, I might take these lockets, the purple books, and the rings, but that's just for my account. Your account might need some different objects that you see here before you. But is the pack worth it? Well, it's sort of. When I have this 2.5 times on here, a $5 pack at this value is sort of okay. It's not something that I generally would buy myself, but it's not bad either. But it does appear that when you buy these packs, you do also get some turkey tokens, and that's one of the incentives that they're giving, so that you can spend. If you're a person who already spends anyway, this is not the worst way to do it. But I'm not sure that I would let this event entice me into spending $50 or $100. If you want to spend 10 bucks here or there, by all means, do what you got to do. It's not the worst value in the game, as I said before. And when we get to the $50 pack, now I'm not spending this much money on this, and I have Lithbucks available, so maybe you're just one of those big spenders. I'm not sure. If you did buy this pack, you're going to get almost 5,000 turkey tokens, and you can get a rune chest number 7. Which is going to be very, very powerful for your account, especially if you're a newer account. But I'm not saying that you got to do that. I still probably, on this second row, would take this same selection of things. And a thing to note is that when you're choosing the things in here, you're going to get this times 2.5. The 160 is just the base level. I click out of here. Now we're up to 400. So I hope that makes sense. And it's nice that it at least gives you the turkey tokens so that you get up to these other rewards. So all in all, this is a very pay-to-win event. However, if you're free to play and you're using the method that I described in the beginning, you can actually cycle through some rewards and get some pretty decent stuff by the end of it without spending too many of your own diamonds. I do think that raising your rankings a little bit by spending some diamonds is totally worth it, because these end up being pretty valuable packs that you're getting, even if you're in the 21 to 50 range or the 51 to 100 range. You don't have to get that far to be getting a pretty decent value here, so it is worth interacting with this event, and I'm happy to be able to say that. If you are going to spend, then wait as long as possible so that you can get the best possible quality voucher and get the most for your money. It just makes the most sense, obviously. And lastly, we got to equip our beautiful Queen's Eye frame which I hope to see more of these around because they are pretty cool, and I'm personally happy to have it. It adds to my little theme that I got going on here. Very beautiful. Now, if you found that to be helpful, then say a big thank you to Red Sage. And if you would like to have access to more videos like that one, then by all means subscribe. It's free of charge. For now, I want to thank you for watching, though. I have been Rage Panda 1, and I will see you in the next one.